Attila Fias on piano, Steven Taddei on bass, and Kelby MacNayr on the drums. And so welcome to Celebrate Sunday. And I'm wondering, Attila, do you need that stand up for your notes, or are you tall enough that you can see the notes if you lay them flat on the piano? Totally up to you. Just we can't see you with the camera.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. It's really high up here because this was put on top instead of opened
yeah.
up, so it's too high. But
Is it okay? Okay. Then no. Then,
I can manage. No, it's good.
thank you. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up, unless you feel like sitting. But I do invite you to stand on up. And you're going to officially. Mike, is this Mike? Thank you.
Same thing.
Okay. Again with the mics.
It's more clear.
All right. Hold on a sec.
Same. If, even when it's not there, it's still in the way.
There we go. Okay, here we are. All right. So could we have the first lyric slide, please? We're going to sing Celebrate to open up our Celebrate here, our Fellowship Sunday. So it's a call and response. I think almost everyone here has sung it before. We only have one newcomer. We'll welcome in just a moment. So I sing, then you sing. I sing, then you sing. And you guys have a part, right? No matter what I sing, you guys are singing the same part. So just follow Kelby, and you guys will know what to do. You guys want to clap? Go ahead. All right, here we go. Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Woo! And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Celebrate my joy right now. I celebrate my joy.
Celebrate my joy right now. I celebrate my joy.
Celebrate my joy right now. I celebrate my joy.
Celebrate my joy right now. I celebrate my joy.
Woo! And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Celebration, it's across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Woo! And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor. Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love. Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now.
And then what happens?
My love.
It returns to me, multiplied, abundant. Oh. All right, and that's a welcome to Celebrate Sunday here. So thank you very much. Attila on piano, Steven on bass, and Kelby on vocals and drums in the VTC Community Choir in the seats. And online, I'm thinking too, if you're tuning in online, please type something in the chat so that we know that you're with us. All right, so here we are at Celebrate on Sunday at VTC. I'm going to switch mics for just a bit. And we come together in this community to basically do one thing and one thing only. But before I say what that is, because I know you're waiting with bated breath, I want to ask, is there someone here for the first time today on a Sunday? There is Barb right over here on this side of the room. And so can we please welcome Barb the VTC way? We love you, we appreciate you, and we're so glad you're here. Let's give Barb a hand. Thank you very much for joining us today, Barb. Your presence is so welcome. All right, so as I was saying, we come together in community to basically do one thing and one thing only. And that is to remember that there's only one thing going on. And so what do we call this one thing? There are so many different names. Shout some out at me. Spirit, source, God, love. Oh, there was a big one there. Love, yes. And here at VTC, we talk about it as love a lot, right? I mean, Emma Smiley used to say, live life lovingly, and we still talk about living life lovingly. So we come together into community because sometimes we need to be reminded that we are love, that everyone and everything is love. No matter what is going on, no matter what the world feels like, that at the very core, at the very root, at the very foundation, at the very back, at the very center of all of it is pure, essential love. And the more we focus on that, the more we open up to the true nature of our being, the more adept we are at navigating all of the other stuff going on in the world, right? So we come together into community to be reminded, to feel that love together so that it amplifies, not just here when we're together, but goes out into the world so that we can all up-level together, so that we can live really in a world that is just so much more love-filled and focused on loving kindness, compassion, and peace. So how does that sound on a Sunday here at Celebrate at VTC? Fantastic. So let us also remember where it is that we are doing this celebrating on Fellowship Sunday, that we are coming together on Lekwungen territorial land, this land of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, whose enduring stewardship of the land, sky, and sea sustains all life that flows here. And so what a blessing, gift, and privilege it is to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create on these lands in the shared spirit of harmony, respect, and love. May our community uphold this legacy of care and interconnectedness that Lekwungen peoples have and continue to embody in all that we learn and manifest here. Oh. And so now we are at opportunity again, to focus our attention on the love, the energy, the creativity, the spontaneity that we are. And so this tune that we started singing last week is a mishmash. It's a mashup of 3 different things. One is a tune that I was introduced to when I was in Nashville at the Relaxed Money Live event in February. It was an incredibly moving ending to our very, very full first day. And it was such an incredible opportunity for us to process and integrate everything that we had just been through on the first day. And then there is someone in our community, a member, Bonnie Stone. Sometimes she comes on Sundays, but she usually comes to Elevates, who is a poet. And she wrote a poem called A World. And that poem really coincides with our theme for this month of relatability, or relating to one another, and what is it that we are trying to build in community together. And so I took a lot of those lyrics from her poem and then put them and turned them into a song and then added some extra stuff. So next slide, please. So I'm going to invite you, if you would like to sing along, please do, and just allow the words to land as they may. Allow them to activate and stir whatever it is that is already being stirred as we prepare. And if you would like to just close your eyes and receive and be immersed in the consciousness and presence of being in this room within each and every one of us through the music that we're about to experience, whatever it is that works for you. I'm not alone, 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 I'm not alone. I imagine a world full of love and light. Conversations are easy and beauty surrounds. Expression is welcome and hands are held. Saying hi, bringing joy as we go around. You're not alone, 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 you're not alone. Bring your light, bring your joy, bring your laughter and gifts. Bring your love, bring your magic, your power, your worth. Let's imagine a world where we care and grow as we nurture each other and our Mother Earth. We're not alone, 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 we're not alone. We are never, ever alone. Not for one moment, not for one breath. For there is this one thing, this one beautiful, powerful, intelligent thing, this creativity, this dynamism, this incredible, essential nature, this being that is the very essence of everyone and everything, that is forever moving and grooving its way in, through, around, and as all. And so as we open up to this knowing, as we allow this truth to be our guide, what a gift and blessing it is to be here now, to be in community together, to open up to this love, this creativity that is expressing through each and every one of us, amplifying the love that each and every one of us is into this beautiful, radiant power ball that is radiating and emanating beyond these walls, beyond these streets, beyond this neighborhood and island, out into the world, enveloping everyone and everything in its warm and glowing embrace. And so as we remember from one now moment to the next that I am not alone, you are not alone, that we are not alone, how powerful it is and how empowering it is to know this truth, that no matter what we think, no matter what we feel, no matter what we believe, no matter what we experience, there is always that within us, around us, unleashing itself through us, that is more powerful, more creative, and more resilient than all of it. So with such deep reverence for life and living, with so much gratitude and appreciation for becoming, I release my word as law, knowing that right here, right now, and in every single Celebrate Sunday, there is only love. There is only compassion and friendship and community. And as we open up to that, knowing that this is our true nature, we can only experience more of that in form. So I release, I let go, and I bask in this beautiful connective flow as together we affirm, and so it is. imagine a world full of love and light. Conversations are easy and beauty surrounds. Expression is welcome and hands are held, saying hi, bringing joy as we go around. I'm not alone, 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 I'm not alone. Bring your light, bring your joy, bring your laughter and gifts, bring your love, bring your magic, your power, your worth. Let's imagine a world where we care and grow as we nurture each other and our Mother Earth. You're not alone, 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 we're 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 not alone. So let's just hang out in this frequency for a few moments longer as we bring into our hearts anyone that we know could use some affirmative prayer or spiritual support. Seeing our beloveds in our mind's eye, holding them in our hearts, focusing only on the allness, wellness, and wholeness of their being, no matter what is going on. And because there is only one thing, because we are never alone, we are knowing that whatever we hold in consciousness in our hearts, we hold in consciousness and this one universal heart together. So as we focus on the wholeness, allness, and wellness of our individual beloveds, that wholeness, allness, and wellness is amplified by the whole. I invite us all to receive a cleansing, nourishing breath in and release. Gently opening your eyes if you haven't done so already. Thank you for your presence and your consciousness. Thank you for your being. And thank you for the music, gentlemen, very much. Okay, switching gears just a little bit here, moving into our theme for the month, which is relatability. And the pillar statement or affirmation to go with that theme is, we welcome and inspire community with enthusiasm and joy. And so this is another reason that we come into community, that we gather, that we don't just necessarily follow our spiritual path in isolation or on our own. We come together so that we can support each other, so we can lift each other up, so that when we can't remember, when we are down in the dumps or we are challenged or having a hard time, there are others around us who can support us along the way, right? So now is an opportunity for a brief share. If there is someone who has something that they would like to share about relatability and how we relate to each other, how it is that we're building community here with inspiration, welcoming, and enthusiasm and joy. Is there anyone who would like to share something that is on their heart or on their mind, alive for them right now? I see Linda shifting in her seat. Yes? Oh, okay, I can't see your hand. Linda, I think you're going to need to come closer to the, oh, there you go. They will.
My daughter was a bridesmaid in a wedding. And I knew her friend reasonably well. They served as clerks in the military together. And I was kind of involved because I was driving one of the cars to help them get to pictures. My husband drove the mother of the bride. And so we were there when they were getting ready. And I stayed for the service. And it was incredible to see this family who was so relaxed and so joyful. They sometimes joke about bridezillas. This was not a bridezilla. She was the chillest bride I've ever seen in my life. Like she and her husband, you could just see the connection, between them. But the love that everybody shared, it was so incredible to be part of that. And it was hard for them. This girl's father had died 11 years ago, and so she had a little photo in her bouquet. But it was, and my daughter told me about the reception, about all these people who had come from different places, and it was like an old-fashioned, dancing and fun time, and talks about the bride and groom. And it's been a while since we've been a part of a wedding. Even my sister came and she was helping drive the bride and groom to where the pictures were, because she said otherwise they were going to be stuffed in the back of a Toyota Tercel. And it was really nice to see that love and see their entire family and community be there for them, and to share a very, very personal moment. But I've never seen a place where people are so relaxed and easygoing. And she mumbled something about her words. She was repeating them back, and she said, "I will be my wife," instead of "your wife." And then everybody sort of tittered. And the lady doing the ceremony, she said, "It's okay. We're all good with that here. We celebrate any way people have their relationship." And so the groom picked up on this, and he said, "But I will be your husband." But he paused, like he was thinking about it. And they were just so relaxed. It was nice to see. It was really nice to be part of the start of somebody's journey of love. It was, and they're being part of a community. It was sweet.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Linda. Can we give Linda a hand, please? All right. So I invite us all to keep leaning into this theme and this affirmation for the rest of this month, and just see, what does relatability look and feel like for you with the people in our lives, or the people in your life, with the relationships that you have, with people that you just meet sort of like, fleetingly, with the thoughts and feelings and things going on in your head and in your being, right? Okay, gentlemen, feel free to go and have a seat. There's no music for a while, so thank you. And so now we're going to move into a different kind of inspiration. And I got to be honest, the last few days, I was really blank. I'm like, I don't know what wants to be shared on Sunday. And usually there's something percolating pretty early on, even though there's Elevate and there's Celebrate. And so last night, it was just like, oh my God, what wants to be shared, what wants to be shared? And the last few days have been challenging for a few different reasons. And so I knew that I was feeling blocked, and there were things that were probably whirling and swirling around that I wasn't aware of, because I was just in this sort of, headspace and this heart space. And so Glenn and I did some talking, and he did some suggesting. And as I went to bed, I was just sort of opening up to what wants to be shared, what wants to be shared, what wants to be shared. And because there was nothing that was sort of coming from within, or I wasn't able to tune into what was coming from within, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go and pull out some books and see what happens. And one of the books that I pulled out is by a friend of mine from CSL Palm Desert. It is called Fear to Faith, and it is written by now Reverend Dr. Dale Olansky. When she wrote this, she was a spiritual practitioner, and I met her when she was going through ministerial studies and I was going through spiritual practitioner studies. Our classes were in tandem together with our teacher, Dr. James Mellon. And she was one of my favorite students from that class, and we connected and became friends, and she sent me this book. Now, she wrote this book in 2019, just after the first time that Donald Trump was elected, and it was her way of offering something to the community to help people to focus on the wholeness, allness, and truth of their being rather than get caught up with all of the stuff that was going on in the news, with all of the stuff that people were trying to navigate, but focusing, bless you, and creating their experience from external experiences rather than from within as the love that they truly are. And so I had this book on my desk, and I thought, okay, how am I going to sort of discern what to look to? And because she just has page, like days in here. So I'm like, okay, well, what day is today? Today is day 137 of the year. And so I turn and I'm like, whoa, this is good. So this is what she writes for day 137 in her book. We don't give ourselves enough credit for the effort it takes to do this thing called life every day. The amount of mental and emotional energy it takes just to manage our identity is enormous. Okay? And so when things are going well, maybe this isn't as, important, but when things aren't, this is a reminder that, you know what? It's not always easy. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and even when we are immersed in things like new thought, even when we know who we are, even when we have spiritual practices, even when we have community, even when we know that whatever it is that is going on, that there is something in us that is greater and more powerful and resilient, it can still feel hard. It can still feel so incredibly mind-boggling hard, and it can feel like our hearts are being squashed and wrung out, and the tears just won't stop coming, and oh my God, when will this end? Okay? And the truth of the matter is, because there's an ongoing tug of war all the time. All the time, are we focusing and showing up as who and what we truly are, or are we focusing and getting caught up on what is going on around us? How are we creating our life experience? What are we choosing to focus on? And when a lot of the times we're focusing on and getting caught up in the external, it's because we're not paying attention. And when we're not paying attention, it's easy to get sucked into the rabbit hole. It's easy to get sucked into collective consciousness. It's easy to just get sucked out of paying attention to, no matter what is going on out here, there is that in me that can navigate this. But it's a choice. And a lot of times it needs to be a conscious choice. And so when she says that it takes a lot of energy, it's not just this ongoing sort of tug of war. It actually takes a lot of calories, like actual physical energy in our bodies. It takes a lot of calories to think. It takes a lot of calories to work. It takes a lot of mental energy to move through whatever it is we're moving through. And if we're struggling, if we are feeling challenged, it takes that much more energy. If we are learning something new and being stretched beyond what it is that we know, the familiar, if our comfort zone is being challenged, it takes a lot of energy. And so from a very practical point of view, we actually need to hydrate, we need to eat, and we need to nourish ourselves. Because if we just feed ourselves with food or things that aren't actually nourishing, then we're not going to have the strength and we're not going to be able to foster the resilience that already lives inside of us to show up as the love we are in spite of what is going on so that we can handle what is going on. Are you following me? Okay, heads are nodding. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I also sit on the board of the Victoria Multi-Faith Society. And next week, there is an event that is being co-hosted by the Victoria Multi-Faith Society. And I actually put a poster on the board out in the foyer today, and I'll talk about it later. And it is a film called Who Do You Think You Are? Now, that title is kind of near and dear to my heart because Glenn and I used to have a podcast called Who Do You Think You Are? And in that podcast, that was the very first question that we would ask our guest. And most of the guests were ministers or practitioners or coaches or some people who were immersed in the world of self-help or personal transformation, growth, that kind of stuff. And so it was really neat to hear what everybody had to say, because there was sort of this two-part answer. You know, I'm a mom, I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a teacher, I'm a this, I'm a that. But then it would come to, but when you strip away all of that, who I really am at my core, and then all of these other words would come out. You know, spirit, God, source, creativity, love, energy, the quantum field, you know, whatever. And so this movie that has been out for about 6 months or so, I think, is being shown at 2 screenings here in Victoria, and I'm going to go to the one next week. It's at the UVic Multi-Faith Center in the evening, and the filmmakers are going to be there to answer questions. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to make a film that might support people in navigating challenging times. And so they talked to a bunch of different people, a bunch of different experts. Neil Donald Walsh is one of them. And so that's why we had the quote that we did during meditation. And the very first thing in the trailer that you hear is you hear Neil Donald Walsh say, "The biggest problem in the world today is that we do not understand the true nature of who we are." Now, I've only seen the trailer. I haven't seen the film, so I can only guess, you know, what it's going to be about. But my guess is that they are going to let us know that we are bigger and more powerful and just more creative than whatever it is that we have been experiencing up until now, than even who we think we have been up until now. And so this is our reminder. This is our call to action every single time we come together, every single time we think or breathe. This is our work to do, to remember that just because we have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Just because we feel something doesn't mean we have to identify with it. And just because we've had an experience before doesn't mean we're going to have that experience, that kind of experience, exactly the same way again. Because every single moment is a brand new moment, brand new opportunity for us to show up as the love we are, for us to literally choose love. Choose peace, choose harmony, choose compassion, choose the truth of our being, knowing that the truth of our being is the truth of everyone's being. So no matter what decisions other people make, if they are famous, if they are in power, if they are politicians, if they are in the media, if you don't agree with them, that's your prerogative. I just invite all of us to remember that they are just as much as God, love, source, spirit, energy, creativity, whatever you want to call it, as we are. Because there's only one thing going on. There's no less of it over here than there is over here. Shannon isn't any more of it than Adrian is. Okay? Everyone and everything is God. Everyone and everything is pure, essential love expressing all the time. But where we get tripped up is that our attention shifts to something else. Our attention shifts to the news, it shifts to the frustrations, it shifts to the feelings, it shifts to the thoughts. And so our job is to continually remember who we are and then to show up as that so we can navigate all of this other stuff as that love, as that wholeness, as that allness. So the other thing that Neil Donald Walsh says is that world problems are problems of consciousness. They're not like man-made problems. It's the consciousness that people are vibrating at. It's the level of consciousness that people are embodying. And the thing that gets people into trouble or that gets communities or organizations or cities or countries or nations or whatever into trouble is when people try to solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that the problem came from in the first place. And so this is where we have an opportunity to let go, right? Let go. I'm not saying don't focus on the problem, that things don't have to be solved, that things don't have to be changed. But remember that there is something bigger and greater and more powerful at play. And when we shift to that, then these infinite possibilities that maybe haven't even come to light before, all of a sudden that's what we're tuning into, rather than what's been going on for however long. So back to Dale's book. She writes, One of my favorite aspects of being on the one of my favorite, one of my favorite aspects of being on the spiritual path is knowing there is a higher power that I can surrender to and relax my whole being into at any time. And I can let go of needing to figure out myself. So as I was reading this, and I was thinking, okay, this is good when things are going well, and when I'm like in the zone and feeling at peace and happy and whatever. But when I am crying, when I feel like my heart is being wrung out, when I am spiraling into that like pit of despair or whatever, it's not so easy to just go, okay, I'm just gonna let go and surrender. And so one of the things in my life that allows me to remember very quickly is our two cats, Mercury and Yuzu, because they are just little bundles and expressions of love in fur and on 4 feet, you know? And even when they're driving us crazy, there is still this connection that I feel in my heart. And I just have to bring them to my mind's eye. I don't even have to be in the room with them, and my heart just explodes. And I was thinking about Mercury and Yuzu and their last, let's see, we got Yuzu in September, so 6-7 months, whatever it is that's gone by, and their dynamic and their relationship and how it has evolved over the last few months. Because when Yuzu first arrived, she's really little, she's really sweet, she's very petite. We think she's 2 years old, not 100% sure, the paperwork wasn't, that great, but she's petite. And she was just little Miss Congeniality and little Miss Friendship, and just like was wandering around like curious and sniffing and whatever, while Mercury was just like asserting her dominance and swatting at her and hissing at her and growling at her, whatever, and pouncing on her. And over the next few months, it just felt like Mercury literally just like put the fear into Yuzu. And I thought, oh my God, I was kind of hoping for the other way around, right? And there were so many people who were saying, oh my God, 2 female cats, you are in for it now. Like you're gonna have World War III on your hands. It's not gonna work. You should think about getting rid of one. And I'm like, no, like the reason that I wanted to get another cat was because we wanted a companion for Mercury just as much as we wanted another little ball of presence and love, in our home for ourselves. So I'm like, no, this is gonna work. They're gonna fall in love with each other. They're gonna, And so there's this hormone, for those of you non-cat owners, there's this thing you can buy called Feel Away that you plug into the wall, and it emits a hormone that people can't smell, but cats can smell, and it reminds them of their mother. And so as I was looking at this thing today, I was thinking, that's kind of an analogy or a metaphor, whatever the proper word is, being reminded of who and what they are all the time, right? That at their core, there is just this love, this peace, this connectivity, this calm. And the more they smell, all they have to do is walk by it, right? And it's just like in the air all the time. And I thought it's the same for us, right? That's why we have our practices. That's why we come together in community. That's why we like to spend time with people who are open-minded, who are like-hearted. Because whatever we know in ourselves already, we recognize in someone else, and then that gets amplified. And so I started thinking, at the beginning, Yuzu was this one way, Mercury was this one way, and then we got this thing a few months in and plugged it in, and it's taken a few months, but now they actually spend time together. They hang out with each other. They play with each other. They swat at each other. Like Yuzu is now a lot more confident and assertive. She's like, I'm not taking that. But they hang out together, and it's like they have found this incredible peace and harmony together. And for me, I'm like, well, that's an illustration of they know who they are. And so the title of my talk today is, When You Know Who You Are. And so these are our cats, Yuzu and Mercury. And the cool thing about this picture is the one who's on top is Yuzu, the littler one, and then Mercury, who's the 9-year-old. She'll be 9 in 2 days. She's the one lying on the couch. But this picture, to me, just symbolizes knowing who you are. The confidence, the here I am, unapologetically me, and they are totally in harmony with each other, just being who they are. And it just, to me, is like, that's what I want. That's the kind of confidence I want. I want to feel that relaxed. I want to just know without a shadow of a doubt that, I am me, I am God, I am spirit, I am source, hear me roar kind of thing. And so that is why this picture here today. And so this hormone just has been a lifesaver because it's like they found each other. They found each other, they found whatever it is in them, they recognize it in each other, and they get along, which is great for us. But to me, the bigger picture is this is the same thing for us. So every time we lean into our practices, every time we go to someone that we know, who we trust and love, every time we come together in community, anytime we hear a piece of music, go out into nature, whatever it is that makes you feel whole, I invite you to practice that and to do that more regularly, more consistently. Hi, come on in if you want to come in. Welcome. Because this is like a practice muscle, and this is what is going to support you in being able to navigate those more challenging times when you don't feel like it, when maybe it just like, I know that this is true, but I'm not feeling it in my bones right now. So in the end, life can be challenging, and it can take a lot of energy to navigate. And so it is so essential to surround ourselves with reminders, with practices, with people, with experiences of our inherent nature, because that helps us to remember who we are. But remembering isn't enough, right? We actually need to embody, we need to embrace and embody our true nature. And so the more we do that, the more we show up as the love that we are, the more we are able to navigate all of that other stuff that is going on, which actually isn't separate from us at all. It is a reflection of what is going on inside. But the stronger and more confident and more anchored we are in knowing who and what we are to begin with, the more adept we are at navigating everything that is going on seemingly all around us. So this is about consciousness, this is about commitment, and this is about remembering that no matter what you think, no matter what you feel, no matter what you believe, no matter what you experience, there is that in each and every one of us that is so powerful, that is so creative, that is so strong, that is so resilient, that it is bigger and more powerful and creative than any of that stuff all put together. So I invite us all to continue to move our attention, shift our attention within, and as we shift our attention within and remember who we are, know who we are, we show up more fully that way, as that love, as that power, as that presence, as that creativity for ourselves, each other, and our world. Thank you, and so it is. All right, so now is time for a little bit of conscious connection. So if you would like to, I invite you to just move into a little group of 2 or 3 or 4 around a table or some chairs and have a conversation about what you just heard or whatever it is that's coming up for you. I will ding the meditation bowl in about 7 minutes. And if that's not something you're interested in, that's totally okay. Make yourself some tea, have some water, go and stand in the sun, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes. Thank you. 2-minute warning, 2-minute warning. All right, come on back, everyone. Thank you for your enthusiasm and engagement. All right. You can start with the, yeah, you're welcome. You are beautiful. Next slide, please. All right, so as everybody comes back into formation, as always, there's a lot going on at VTC. If you're interested in finding out about more out of any events, just go to the events page and click on whatever it is you're interested in. You can get all the details there. Next slide, please. Leslie. The thing that I am most proud of these days is our Elevate relaunch, which is now happening on Thursdays. We've had 2 of them so far. It's more of a salon-style experience now. There is music almost throughout, except for when I'm doing my talk. And that means that our meditation now has live music with this incredible soundscape provided by the Elevate Trio, which is inspired by the book, which is a new component as well, the book that we are following along for the next several weeks, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And so we are in Spain, we are in Morocco, we are in Egypt, you know, depending on what's going on. And it's just been such a phenomenal immersive experience so far. So if you haven't checked out Elevate in some time, if you've never checked it out, I invite you to come. It is such a rich, full evening. Next. Okay, so this is the movie that I was talking about. Who do you think you are? What is the current global crisis asking of us? So there is a poster out front, and the one screening is happening next Sunday, May 24th, at the UVic Multi-Faith Center at the University of Victoria, and it is free, and the filmmakers will be on hand for a Q&A afterwards, and I believe there are going to be some little discussion groups as well, but it's going to be a really, really neat experience. Next. All right. I forgot to print out more of these. So last week, Charlene Simpson came from Unity Vancouver Island to tell us more about this New Thought Merriment that Unity Vancouver Island is putting on to bring together all of the New Thought communities and New Thought adjacent communities for one night of merriment. So there's going to be a potluck dinner, there's going to be a talent show. I know that several people have already signed up. Who's going? Who's committed to going? Look at all these hands going up. Phenomenal. Okay. So happening on Saturday, May 23rd, which is a week from today, essentially. All right. Canadian New Thought Conference happening in Nanaimo, September 18th to 20th. This is the first Canadian New Thought Conference that is happening in a couple of years, and it's being put on by our friends at CSL Nanaimo, Reverend Amanda, for those of you who don't know. And so these are three of the big guests who are going to be there: Amy Bishop, Monique Gray-Smith, and Todd Maffin. And yeah, we would love to have as many people from our community up there as possible to represent, but to also experience this incredible time of coming together in New Thought Principle in this resilience in times of uncertainty theme. So we're going to be talking about this more. VTC is sponsoring this event, and we'll probably have a bit of a presence there. But yeah, we would love for many of our community members to attend this thing together en masse. Next. All right, so now I am going to pass out the Abundance Bowl as our guest musicians, Attila, Steven, and Kelby, play some more music to just open our hearts, to anchor us in spirit, to connect us to what's true. And I invite you, even if you're not placing something in the bowl today, spend some time with it and place an intention for prosperity, an intention for abundance, an intention for community that is growing, that is evolving, that is coming together. Okay, and otherwise, just enjoy this gift of music that we're about to receive. Thank you.
So thankful to be here in this loving community and a part of it. You are my family. Okay, and let's now close our eyes and just give a final thanks and remembrance. Let us know that we are love. We are love. Yes, I am love, and I am part of this community of weeness. As love, the power is in me, around me, and through me. And I can use this power, this infinite intelligence of love, to direct the course of my life, to direct and choose and make happen that which I know is right for me and right for us. Yes, I think of something now that I want to choose and have happen, and know that as I embody it as my gift of love, that it is happening right now, right here and now. For this I give thanks, I release it to the universe, and know it is so. and so it is. Thank you.
You know, you don't have to sing or anything.
But you can.
Say thanks for welcoming me to the community.
You haven't been officially welcomed yet.
Stop.
Woo! All right, just got to have faith. Thank you, Reverend Glenda, for that closing treatment. Leslie, stay here. All right, so because it is Fellowship Sunday, it means that we are welcoming any new members that have come into our fold. And I am delighted to say that our admin support specialist extraordinaire, Leslie Hodgkinson, right here, has decided to also become a member. So, in honor of that, to make it official, here is your membership card. You're welcome. Here is your name tag. Yeah, that's right. And here is a little bundle of affirmations to support you whenever, in times of yay or in times of but you know, some of our top themes from last year. So can we please welcome Leslie the way that we do at VTC? We love you. We appreciate you. Welcome to VTC. Yeah, that's really, you don't need to do anything with the mic. Just hold it. Yeah, that's it. So stay here, please. Okay, and Ashley, here, give me this. You can just hang out and be celebrated for a sec. Okay, so let's keep the love going because it is Fellowship Sunday. Who are the board members here? Past, present, anytime. Could you please stand and be recognized? Kathy Chamberlain. Who else is here? Who else is here? Linda. Is that it? Okay, all right. Well, here we have 4 board members. We have Sandy, we have Kathy, we have Linda, we have myself. This is without a doubt the most challenging and immersive and intensive way to serve that you possibly can, at least in my mind and in heart. And it is all volunteer. So the number of hours, the energy, the effort, whether it is organizational, whether it is policy, whether it is working towards events, whether it is building community, whatever it is, the volunteer board directors are the glue and are very much leaders in this community. And so I'm so very grateful and honored to serve among them, but I'm so very grateful that we have people in our community who are willing to step up and service that way. So let's love these volunteers up. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for your commitment to VTC. Stay standing, please. All right, now, anyone who's volunteered for anything, okay, please rise. This could be greeting. This could be tech support. This could be cleaning up. This could be tearing down. I can't believe more people aren't standing up. This could be putting away chairs. This could be bringing something. Oh, there we go. This could be bringing something for our fellowship or friendship Sundays. And we also want to say thank you to the musicians because the musicians are such a huge, huge essential component of our community and our growing organization. So let's love all these people up. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your commitment to VTC. And now, everybody else, because this is community. And without you, there would be no community. So whether you are here for the first time, and we actually have some more first-timers in the back of the room, Jesse and Ilyana, welcome. So without you, there would be no community, okay? So this is us loving up ourselves. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for your commitment to VTC. And that's perfect because now we're going to sing our last song and you guys are already standing. Great. All right, so we're going to sing. This is the Ginger Coil tune. Who was at the Ginger Coil concert last summer? Okay, a few people. I'm not going to ask you. First slide lyric, please, Leslie. You don't have to sing all the lyrics, but the lyrics are on there so that you know what's being sung, because they're really good lyrics. But when it comes to the orange or the red, whatever that color is, sing that part because it's yours, okay? All right, we're going out in style here. And then please join us for a little bit of fellowship afterwards. It's not a full potluck lunch, but there are some nibblies on the table over there. And I'm just so glad that you're here with us today. I don't know why no. Oh. Everybody's waiting on a revolution they've developed from illusion. I think first it's gonna take a revelation, shift their minds and consciously awaken to the positivity human beings should be, full of love, light, and inner peace. Vibrate to a higher frequency, higher, higher, higher. I was young, I looked for love in empty places, got myself into some situations. Now I've grown, I know my past does not define me, and all the love I could ever need is here inside me. It took so long for me to see it was waiting here for me. The love, life, the inner peace. Vibrate to a higher frequency, higher, higher, higher. Walk the earth in search of every explanation, but be aware of your own creation. Take responsibility for your conditions and don't forget the power of your own volition. There is joy, there is pain. They are one and the same. It's a choice we choose to make. Vibrate to a higher frequency. All right, everyone, go ahead and bless your neighbor for the week or until we meet at the fellowship table. Celebrate. Thank you, Attila Fias. Thank you, Steven Taddei. Thank you, Kelby MacNayr. Thank you, the VTC Community Choir, in person, online. We are so glad you're here. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you at the fellowship table in a couple of minutes. Gentlemen.